We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field. We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field. We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Now here's Johnson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and a change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. On the give, this is McFarland. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Down at the 18-yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run with McFarland. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
On for the point after.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Colts 1st down.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, Taylor. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start with McFarland. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Kenny Moore.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On 3rd down, here's McFarland. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, McFarland. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was tackled at the...
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, McFarland. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And Pascal's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses home or out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Indianapolis.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
The score, Colts 7, Steelers 6. Rigoberto
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down now, McFarland. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20.
On third down, McFarland. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's third down.
On the coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Colts 14, Steelers 6.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run once more with Taylor. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Jack Doyle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Jack Doyle.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Colts.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Jonathan Taylor.
He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
And the ball carrier.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a give right side. McFarland. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Like 5.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a run with McFarland. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Going with a big fullback wide, and he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3-yard pickup.
A tight game like this. Such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Colts.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And off the deflection, it's caught. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
2nd and goal.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running with McFarland. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the give, this is McFarland. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Today's final score. score, Colts.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Indianapolis, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop their 11th game now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.